Hi guys, welcome back to Anita Crochets. My name is Anita. I recently gave you a tutorial for this skirt. And today we are going to be working this top. It's very simple, very beginner friendly, and that's what I'm going to be teaching you to make today. I should have already provided this tutorial, but I have been so caught up with a lot of frustrations the previous week, but I think I am in a better mood right now to get back to providing you guys tutorials. So first I'm going to be working with the very same yarn I was working with previously. This is Chunky Robin 100% acrylic and it is size 4 yarn. Then I'm going to be working with a 6mm hook. So let's get into the tutorial. I am already almost halfway my project, so what I'm going to be doing right now is just to show you the basics and how to get where I am right now to make this tutorial short. So I'm just going to be teaching you how to make this very first panel, which is our underbust, then we shall move on to making the bust. Okay, so let me put this aside now. To get started, we are going to make a slip knot and we are going to work chains equivalent to half our bust. For example, if your bust is 33 inches, that means 33 divided by 2 gives you around 16.5 inches. So you are going to work chains that are equivalent to 16.5. And by equivalent, I mean that they should be more like your cord should be 16.5 inches without being stretched, right? So make sure that you're not just stretching it to meet the 16.5, but rather it should be 16.5. So I'm just working a sample of what I want you guys to do. So mine is going to be really small because I already have half of my work complete. So once you have your chains complete, you are going to get into the second chain stitch from the hook and you're going to work a single crochet. Then you will work one single crochet into every chain stitch all the way until the end of the row. All right? So I'm going to let you guys work your way until the end of the row, and once you are at the end of the row, we are going to get started on what we have to do for the next rows to have your work look like what I've already showed you. So you will work all the way down until the end of your row, and once you have come to the end of your row and you have worked your last single crochet just like that, to work our next row we are now going to chain 3. 2 of the chains act as a half double crochet stitch, so we skip the next stitch and then work a half double crochet into the 3rd stitch right there. And now we are going to work 1 half double crochet into the next stitch and then work 1 half double crochet into every stitch all the way down until we have 2 stitches left to end the row. Now the gap I just created when I was starting the row is for our strap, like it's a gap for the strap, for where our strap is going to be. So we are going to work 1 half double crochet into every stitch all the way until we have 2 stitches left to end the row, and that's why I'm going to meet you guys then show you how to end your row. Now as you can see, I have come to almost the end of my row. I have 2 stitches left and I want to create this very same gap I created when I was starting the row. So to end my row I am going to chain 1, right, and I will skip 1 and work a half double crochet into the very last stitch right there. So I'm just going to find my way in there and work my half double crochet to end my row. So that's how it has to be, right? Now to work my next row I am going to chain 2 and turn my work, and I'm going to work 1/2 double crochet into that very first stitch. So the 2 chains don't act as a stitch, they're just my turning chains. Then I'm going to work a 1/2 double crochet into the chain 1 space. Then I'll continue with 1/2 double crochet into every stitch until I get to the chain 1 space, the chain 1 space on the other side, right? And into the chain 1 space I will work 1/2 double crochet, and then I will work my very last 1/2 double crochet into the second chain stitch of the 3 chains that started the previous row. So I'm going to let you guys work your way all the way down until the end of the row, and that's where I'm going to meet you to show you how my work looks like. So like you can see, I have finished working my row, and this is how it looks like. Now there is nothing we are going to change. We are just going to do the very same thing even for the next row. So you will chain 2 and turn your work. The chain 2 does not act as a stitch, it is just our turning chains, and we are going to work 1/2 double crochet into every stitch all the way around, every stitch all the way until the end of the row. And we are going to do the very same thing even for the next row, right? Because like you can see here on my project, I had this hole, then I had 1 2 3 4 rows before I had the next hole. So my intention is to have 4 rows before we can redo the next hole. So just do this for the next 2 rows so that we have a total of 4, then we can get back to having these holes once again. So let me meet you guys there, then show you what to do. And here I am with my rows complete. So for the next row, because I need a hole, I am going to chain 3. 2 of the chains act as a 1/2 double crochet, so I'll skip the next stitch and then work 1/2 double crochet into the 3rd stitch. Now from here I am going to work 1/2 double crochet into every stitch all the way until I have 2 stitches left to end my row, right? Until I have 2 stitches left to end my row, then I will get back and show you how to end your row. So when you have 2 stitches left to end your row, what you will do is you will chain 1 and skip that second last stitch, then work a 1/2 double crochet into the last stitch. I had made a mistake, so I forgot. I had to go back and do that. So yes, you chain 1 and skip that second last stitch, then get into the last stitch and work a 1/2 double crochet. So that means I'm going to work 4 rows of plainly 1/2 double crochets without any holes, just like I did previously. That's what you do here. Then after that you work a row with 2 holes, right? That's what I have here. As you can see, I have this hole, then 4 rows, then a hole, then 4 rows, right? And then a hole. Okay, that's what I want you guys to do. Or you can even work more rows if you feel like this is not the length of the underbust that you want, or you need more rows for your underbust. You can work a few more rows before you can get onto working this bust. So I'm going to show you how to work your bust after that row that has a hole. Okay, so what you do is you count all the stitches that you have on your row, right, and divide the number by 2. For example, if I have like 60, I'll divide it by 2 and find my center, which should be right there, right? Which I already marked. So that's what you will do after you have your rows complete. That's what you will do. Now what I'm going to do is show you how to work one side of your breast. So you'll transfer the knowledge and use that to work your other side of your breast cup, right? So let's get started. I'm going to get into this side and insert my hook into that very last stitch. So I'll pull through my yarn and chain 2. That chain 2 does not act as a stitch, it is just our turning chains. So into this very first stitch, I'm going to work a half double crochet. Yeah, okay, yes. I'm going to work 2 half double crochets together. That means I had a hole, so the first stitch and into the gap I work 2 half double crochets together, and then I am going to work 1 half double crochet into every stitch all the way until I have 2 stitches left to get to the until I have 1 stitch left to get to the marked stitch, right? So work 1 half double crochet into every stitch until you have 1 stitch left to get to that marked stitch right there. Then I'm going to get back and show you what to do. I'm just trying to mark it so that I see where I have to, find you guys. So just do that. Then I'm going to meet you there and show you what to do. And now, here we are. I have 1 stitch to the marked stitch. So I'll get into that stitch and then get into the marked stitch as well and work 2 half double crochets together, just like that. Now here I am going to chain 2 and turn my work. The 2 chains are just my turning chains, they're not a stitch. So I'm going to turn my work and work 2 half double crochets together into the first 2 stitches, just like that, and I will work 1 half double crochet into every stitch all the way until I have 2 stitches left to end my row, right? So do this all the way down until you have 2 stitches left to end your row, and I'm going to meet you there. And here we are. I have 2 stitches left to end my row. So I'm going to yarn over and work 2 half double crochets together into those last 2 stitches. So basically we are working a decrease when starting and ending the row, right? So I'm going to chain 2 and turn my work. This is it. So I'm just going to do the very same thing. Yarn over, work 2 half double crochets together into the first 2 stitches. So I do this because just like our breasts are, our nipples do not start right at our nipples are not placed right at the underbust. So I just have a few rows to work before I can now start to work the decrease in which the nipple rests, right? Or the decrease in which the breast rests, or the decrease that gives us a breast cup that is kind of pointy, not like pointy, like sharp, but but gives us a carving on the inside that just looks like how our bras look like, just like you can see right there. It creates that carving. So you just work a few rows. I think I worked about 5 before I started to work this decrease. I think I worked about let me see. Yes, we need to have 5 of them. So we have worked 3 so far. So you're just going to work the very same thing I have worked for this row for the next 2 rows so that we have 5 rows. Then I can get back and show you what to do. Here we are. I have worked my 5 rows and yeah, I think I'm done with the 5 rows. So what happens to have that decrease that gives the breast where to rest, just like our bras are made? This is what you do. I'm just going to join my yarn and then, show you what to do. So this is what you do. You will chain 2 and turn your work The 2 chains are just our turning chains. They're not, they're just our turning chains. So I'm just going to get my stitch marker over here. What you do is you count all the stitches that you have on this row and divide the number by 2. I'll just give you an example. If you have like 15 stitches, 17 stitches, or 18, let's say 15. So you divide 15 by 2 and, the result is 7.5. So that means we are going to count and mark the 8th stitch, right? More like marking the center of your row. So you'll get your stitch marker and just place it right into that stitch that we choose to mark right there. And then we are now going to get to working our row. So what happens this time is we chain 2, turn our work, we work 2 half double crochets together into the first 2 stitches, and then we work 1 half double crochet into every stitch until we get to the marked stitch, right? So you work 1 half double crochet into every stitch until the marked stitch right there. Just like that, and we have 1 stitch left. Just like that. Now when you get to the marked stitch, we get into the marked stitch and the next stitch and work 2 half double crochets together. So we work 2 half double crochets together into the marked stitch and the next stitch, right? And then we shall continue working 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet into every stitch until we have 2 stitches left to end our row. Okay, so we do this until we have 2 stitches left to the end of the row. So here we are, we have 2 stitches, and then we are going to get into those last 2 stitches and work 2 half double crochets together into those last 2 stitches. And to work the next row, we are going to chain 2 and turn our work. It's the very same thing that we do. Count the number of stitches that you have on your row and mark the center stitch. But because I really don't want to repeat the math, I will just get my stitch marker and place it right into my previous decrease that I worked at the center of the row, right? If you are like me, because with the next rows I'm not going to be doing the math like this, I'll just mark my previous decrease and know that this is where I have to put my decrease once again. So here we are, and now we are going to work 2 half double crochets into the first 2 stitches like that. Oh, 2 half double crochets together, 2 half double crochets together into the first 2 stitches, and then we shall work 1 half double crochet into every stitch until the marked stitch. All right, so I'm just going to work with you this row, and then you're going to work the next rows on your own. So when you get to the marked stitch, you are going to work 2 half double crochets together into the marked stitch and the stitch after the marked stitch, right? So you work your 2 half double crochets together into those 2 stitches, and after you have that, you are going to work 1 half double crochet into every stitch all the way until you have 2 stitches to end the row. Okay, you work all the way down until you have 2 stitches to end the row, and then you will work 2 half double crochets together into the last 2 stitches. So basically we are working a decrease when starting the row, a decrease in the middle of the row or the center of the row, and a decrease when ending the row. And you will notice that your work is starting to curve, and that's what we were looking for. So you're just going to do this repeatedly all the way until you have one stitch on your row, right? Just keep decreasing until it is just like this, okay? And that's where I'm going to meet you to show you how to work the boundary and the straps. So you will have to transfer the knowledge, exactly what we have done on this side, to work your other breast cup. And once you are done, your work should look like this. So what I am going to do right now is show you how to work your edges, okay? So I'm just going to insert my hook somewhere at the end of my work, and I'm going to find a point right there at the bottom edge. Insert my hook into it, and I'm going to work. It's kind of sliding out. I'm going to work, I'm going to pull through my yarn and then work a chain just like that. A chain, and into that very same stitch I'm going to work a single crochet. Into the half double crochet post, the next half double crochet post, I will work two single crochets. Into the next half double crochet post, I will work one single crochet, right? Work two single crochets into the next half double crochet post. Into that half double crochet post, I'm going to work two single crochets. And into the post after that one, I will work one single crochet. So basically we are working two single crochets into this half double crochet post, and then one single crochet into the next half double crochet post. So we do this until we get to the row, until we get to the last row of our underbust, yeah? So you just keep doing this until you are at the last row of your underbust where we started the decrease, yeah? Because for us, where we started the decrease is more like a corner. It's going to be a corner for us. So we need to work it differently. So just work your single crochets all the way until you get to that, last row that we worked for our underbust. There we are almost getting there. So yeah, I think we're there. So into that half double crochet post that we worked before the bust area, because it's a corner for us, into that half double crochet post we are going to work 3 half double crochets, all in that very same stitch, right? So we work 3 of them all in that very same point, more like to help us do the turning, just like that. So I don't even think I filmed it very, very carefully. But yes, we go on with working 1 single crochet into the next half double crochet post, and then 2 single crochets into the next half double crochet post. So we just keep doing this all the way until we are up here at this point. That's where I'm going to meet you. Here we are at the apex of our breast cup, and at this point what we are going to do is we are going to chain very, very many chains. You can work about 250, you can work about 300 chains, but it's up to you clearly, because you need to make sure that these chains make a long strap that is in position to go all the way to the back and do the crisscross into all the holes that you created at the back. So it has to be long, right? Once you have all your chains for the strap long enough that you desired, you are now going to get into the fourth, into the fourth. Oh, also I had to mention, make sure, make sure that the chains that you work for your strap are divisible by 3. Oh, sorry, no, divisible by 4. They should be divisible by 4. More like 200, more like 240, more like 280. They should be divisible by 4. So once you get to the end of your strap, your string, you are going to work a single crochet, a slip stitch into the 4th chain stitch from the hook. Then you will chain 3, chain 3, skip 3, work a slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 3, skip 3, work a slip stitch into the next stitch, and you just keep doing this until you get to the end of your strap. Okay, so that means you're working your way back to the apex of our top, right? So work this, chain 3, skip 3, work a slip stitch into the next chain stitch until you get back all the way right there. So that's why I'm going to meet you and then show you what to do. Here we are. Now we are going to work, once we have worked our last slip stitch into the last chain stitch, we are now just going to get back into, the opposite side of the apex of our top in there, and we just work our single crochet to fully attach our strap onto our work, right? And now from this, we are now going to start working along the edge. So we just do exactly what we did previously. Work 1 single crochet into the next half double crochet post, and then 2 single crochets into the next half double crochet post, right? So you just keep doing this all the way until down your cleavage, until the last half double crochet post. That is down at the valley of the cleavage. So it's kind of hard because I'm trying to work into the chains and stitches of the decrease, so it kind of gets hard. But just do exactly that all the way until the last half double crochet post. That's where I'm going to meet you and then show you how to cross over. So here we are, and I'm just trying to make way. So I'll take this out. Now, as you can see, I have this half double crochet post. So I'm going to get into that half double crochet post right there. I just try to work into the post rather than pick up the whole post because it will create gaps. So you work an incomplete half double crochet, then an incomplete single crochet, then cross over to the half double crochet post on the opposite edge or on the opposite breast cup, and then there you work 2 single crochets together, right? Get into the next half double crochet post, work your 2 single crochets just like that. Then that means we are working 1 single crochet into the next half double crochet post like that, and then we work 2 single crochets into the next half double crochet post. So basically it's exactly what we have done on the other side that we are going to do on this side. I just needed you guys to see how to cross over. So this is how it looks like so far. And what we have done here, the strap all the way working along the edges and working along the edge of the underbust on this side as well. This is what you are exactly going to do all the way down until it looks like this. And with that, you will have come to the end of your tutorial. These straps go into these holes, crisscrossing at the back just like that, right? and that's how you tie the back. And I think we have come to the end of our tutorial. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I love you so much for waiting for me always. Goodbye.